Welcome to day 2 of this epic India-Pakistan test match. We ended day 1 with 260 runs on the board. We also lost 7 wickets. If we can add another 90 runs here, it would be awesome. 350 is our target. And that should be wide, I think. Yes, it is. Tossed up. I've gone for the drive. That was such a tossed up half volley. That should have been smacked away for 4. I don't know how I managed to edge it. At least it won't go to anyone's hands, and that will be the first runs of the day. A somewhat new ball, a 6-over old ball. And look at that, solid in defense. This partnership has really saved us. I mean, we were 150 for 7, I think. And I have just gotten out on the worst possible ball. That was a horrible ball. I have tried to smack it, and all I've done is smack it straight into leg slip's hands. That will be wicket number 8. Now at least the field is open, so we are just gonna run. This time it will get us 2. Oh my god. Throw to the wrong end. Our run rate is exactly at 3. We kind of slowed down in the middle of day 1. That's been hit down the ground. Hopefully we can pick up right now, because we have to be a little bit more attacking with only 2 wickets in hand, and shots like this, if they keep working, we might actually get to 350 very fast. That was full. I'm standing way outside the off stump and hit as straight as possible. Oh, why did I even try to touch that? I think that was an off cutter. He is slowing things up so much there. Oh no. How did I get myself run out? That is usually an easy run. I had timed it so badly. It took forever to go to mid-off, but still we were just a little too slow. And of course I have to get at least one batsman run out in an innings. Shot that's been pulled out of the middle of the bat. And we'll get to, now I think 300 is our target. We are not getting anywhere close to 350 though. Now if we can get to 300 from here, it would be a miracle for sure. That's been flicked very fine. Thankfully now he doesn't have a leg slip. Can we come back for 3? This might actually roll away for 4. Yes, it does. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. 150 Ks, and it came back in very sharply, but I think we did manage to get an inside edge on it, and maybe even the impact is probably outside off, so we are probably safe. But what a ball that was. That just kept coming in. Oh, that was bad first, and the impact might also be maybe even umpire's call. If he'd given it, it would have been very close. That's been punched and in the cap as well. Number 10 drives the ball and gets 2 runs. They are really tossing the ball, are bowling so slowly. But this partnership is actually starting to grow here. 15-20 runs already. And that was a boundary as well. 293 now, another 7 runs and I would be happy. He bowled a really great ball in the last over, but this one might actually be better. Another in-swinging full delivery, this time takes the umpire's call out of the decision. I mean, what a ball that was. We'll have to look at a replay of that. Once again, angles in, comes back in and gets the off stump, and the off stump is just destroyed. Well, now we have a brand new ball in our hands. Now we'll have to get them all out. Hopefully, sooner than later. I mean, if we can get them all out for less than 250, we'll have a lead of about 40-50 runs. That would be awesome. So the ball came back in sharply, but a solid defense there. I think I may be a little bit defensive here. I don't know if I need a short mid-wicket right now. We can place another slip fielder and the ball is swinging, so this is gonna be fun. Comes back in but gets the outside edge, and that fielder, what an effort that was. That ball was flying at about 300 kilometers per hour. That would have been our first wicket. Got a thick edge, even though that was an in-swinger. Came back in sharply, was going for that leg stump. He gets an outside edge. And almost taken at gully. And almost taken by point as well. Pakistan have started off really slowly here. Very cautious. We are making them play and miss. We are getting the edges. Punches it and punches it in the air after about 4 overs. They've played a very confident shot. And I think they have gotten themselves run out. What was that? Comes back in for the second run and he was not even close. Even the third umpire wasn't required there. That was just gone. Ashwin gets a direct hit from almost the boundary line and we'll take our first wicket. 4.38 for 1, and now there we go. The first real aggressive shot. It was punched in the air and that ball will just roll, almost stopped by the fielder, but it will just roll away for 4. Edged and goes in between all those fielders. That's been flicked and nobody's bothered to stop it. What was fine leg doing? I think he was standing at deep square, but it still should have been stopped, but instead it will go for 4. And Pakistan are getting a move on here. Oh, how close was that to the off stump? Comes back, shapes back in and then swings out as well. That was inches away from the off stump and the inside edge as well. That brand new Duke's ball swinging all over the place. And leaves it once again. The ball is still swinging, so that's good news for us. And there we go. I think that is a very safe shot when you have every fielder right under the batsman's nose. You can just pick the ball over anyone and get 4 easy runs. Whoa, look at the angle on that ball from over the wicket. Comes back in. This has been smacked along the ground. And once again the ball is almost going to stop because that is the biggest part of the boundary, so they'll only be able to get 2 runs I think. Edged and gone. Finally, after so many play and misses with that outswinger, we actually managed to get the edge and it goes to the fielder and he takes it as well. Wicket number 2 gone in a very traditional test match manner. Edged and taken by second slip. Look at that, pitch is right outside off stump and the movement on that ball really moved. Tossed up, edged and gone, and this is the big one. Babar Azam goes for 1 of 4 deliveries and we've just gotten a wicket off a spin bowler. This is a grassy wicket. We introduced spin in the 15th over and we still managed to get a wicket. Look at that, so much top spin on that. Gets the outside edge. Again, even I am slowing things up, but this time hit in the air. That will be 4. Punches it away, and why is nobody moving? Not a single fielder moved. That should have been stopped. That should have been a dot ball. That was just a little punch. Pitch is right there and goes for 4. And that will be the end of session number 1 on day 2. That was definitely our session. 46 for 3. They still trail by almost 250 runs. If we can get another few wickets early on here, it would be trouble for Pakistan. Tossed up, inside edge. I mean, that ball is as slow as a spin bowler can bowl in a test match. And because of that, he'll chop it back onto his leg stump. The first ball after lunch. It does spin. Maybe he was thinking it was gonna turn even more. That's been hit in the air as well, but this time it was very close. Square leg could have taken it, but it will just go over him for 4. Edged, but doesn't go to second slip's hands this time. Spin on both ends and it has been working fantastically. Even though this is a grassy pitch, we're still getting the batsman beat every other ball. Once again, very tossed up. Very slow, and once again almost got the outside edge. And again, but this time it is going down the leg side, but the batsmen are having a very hard time getting bat on ball. And he has missed a straight ball that was not too short, not too full, that annoying length, doesn't turn, just goes straight on a little quicker and gets the middle stump. 51 for 5. Pakistan are in deep trouble here. They need another 240 runs. Already lost half their batsmen and almost lost a sixth one there. I don't know how that ball went to the second slip fielder, but I think it was almost out as well. Edged. Would have carried to first slip maybe, but look at that. Cricket 24 at its best. Well, this time no confusion there. He's tried to smack a half volley. It was there to be hit, but he's tried to hit it a little too much. We'll get the sixth one, and Pakistan might actually be getting followed on here. If we have the chance, we are going to let them bat once again, and we might actually win by an innings if that's the case. That's been flicked fine. He's not standing at fine leg. Should have been stopped, but of course it isn't. How do you edge a full toss? That was a knee-high full toss and he still managed to edge it. That's been hit in the air again. That shot has worked very well for them. Just hit it over covers instead of hitting it along the ground and get 4 easy runs. This one was there to be hit a little too full, but the ball is still turning though. Flicked. And this is still happening, huh? That should not be out. There's no way anyone would have taken that at short leg, but he has done it. And now I'll have to remove short leg because this is almost too easy. Oh, what was that shot? He's tried to send that ball out of the ground. Look at that for a bat swing. Free flow of the bat. Doesn't get the elevation, or it would have been a 100-meter hit for sure. Beat the outside edge again. We might actually be very close to getting them all out here. 3 wickets, they can fall in about 2 or 3 overs and they will have to bat once again because we are going to enforce the follow on. But if they can score another 18 runs, well now another 14 runs, we won't be able to enforce the follow on then. Again, I do not even know how many times we made the batsman play and miss in this innings. Punched off the back foot. That might be one of the better shots in this entire test match. And our fielding has just been outstanding. Oof. I think if that ball had gone straight on, that should have crashed into middle stump, but instead the ball turns a little too much out of nowhere as well. Pitches on leg and turns away. And again, now the ball is just turning too much. He flicks it and flicks it very fine. And I think we have the slowest fielder in the entire world at square leg, because he has not stopped one ball in this entire innings. Their run rate has suffered. They've lost so many wickets. They're still 200 runs behind and they lose another one. Well, now we have to take 2 wickets without letting them score a single run, because if they do, we won't be able to enforce the follow on. Another very slow delivery. Another inside edge. That's like the 3rd time I think. And now pace after a while. We've been operating with spin on both ends, and as soon as they see some pace, they want to hit a 6. Another edge, and once again goes in the gap. Goes for a paddle sweep that goes to mid wicket, but it still flies away. And another one. This time actually does manage to get some bat on it, and it's in the gap as well. And oh my god, I do not think any team's fielding could get worse than this. We have not managed to stop a single ball that's been hit in the gap. driven. That came off the middle. There's no way anyone stopping that, and no one even tried either. Well, that will be the end of session number 2. Actually, they made somewhat of a comeback. Well, there we go. There's the comeback right there. Wicket number 9 gone, and now we're just one ball away from batting once again. That ball was almost on the wide line, and he's managed to drag it all the way back onto the leg stump. And another play and a miss. Full toss, went for that in-swinging Yorker. Got a little too greedy, but it still won't cost us all that much, just 2 runs. Another hit over cover instead of along the ground, and it has worked yet again. Come on, man, it's just a matter of 1 wicket now. 125, we still have a lead of 168 runs. It's almost a match-winning lead right there. Edged, and that will be the end of this innings. They get all out for 156. We should have gotten them all out much earlier, but they do end up scoring about 60 runs with the last 3 wickets. Now we don't have the option to enforce the follow-on. We'll have to bat. Let's see if we can get them a target of 400 or something. Jadeja with 6 wickets. Spinners ended up taking 8 wickets in that innings. And there we go, in we come back to bat. All we need to do is score about 250 runs, and that target will just go up. 410, they're not going to chase 410. We can take our time, it's still day 2. Oh no. I have just left a straight ball. It wasn't looking straight. It was clearly going outside the off stump. It was an outswinger that comes back in. What was that? And we end up leaving a very straight ball. That was an outswinger. It was clearly going out. Pitches outside off stump and then decides to come back in. What was that? We are at 0 for 1 once again. We started the first innings off in the same way as well. And there we go, finally first run. But this time we have about 180 runs in the bank. 166 runs in the bank. It's another one. What is going on? This was not a wicket taking ball in any shape or form. It was a half volley, and all I've tried to do is just punch it straight. Still got the outsiders, and now we are 1 for 2. It was so full. There's no way anyone could edge that. Another outswinger. A lot of swing, that's for sure. Well, 2 for 2 isn't looking good. We need a partnership. But even if we get all out for about 20 runs, still the target will be 200. Well, it'll be 190. Look at that, once again 2 full. At least this time I managed to not edge it. That's been flicked through mid-wicket. No one's going behind it, so we will get 4. I don't think anyone's gonna stop it, even if they chase that ball. Just drifting on the pads. Maybe an in-swinger that swung a little too much and swung right into the pads. Yes, it did. And easy pickings there. We started off with a much better run rate here. We are scoring freely, almost 4 runs and over in a test match. Pretty good. And we'll get another boundary, another very full delivery. This might actually be a full toss. Yep. And just punched away easily. So even with 2 early wickets, we have managed to come back a little now. That's been flicked. And even that ball is flying away. What is going on here? We are timing the ball to perfection. The offside, leg side. And we already have a lead of 193. I think another 100 runs and that would be more than enough. This is going to be a tight run. He's running all over the place, but we will make it in the end. Another flick, another really well timed shot, and another boundary. What a start this has been. We have scored a lot of runs in a very short span of time, even though we lost 2 early wickets. And he gives me yet another half volley on the pads, this time a spinner. I have no idea, but we are timing the ball better than ever. Shot that has been pulled through Square leg, no fielders on the leg side, a little too slow. That should have been a run out if the keeper had been even a little quick. With this partnership now, 49 runs already. We were 1 for 2. And that was almost an exact copy of the first ball of the innings, where I left a very straight ball and got my off stump on the ground. Oh, how slow was that ball and how flighted was it? And how do you end up missing a ball like that? You have got to be blind. These bowlers, whenever they slow things up, when they start bowling so slow, I should have probably played it on the back foot, tried to defend it on the front foot, but still a wonderful ball. Full toss, that's been punched, but maybe our good timing streak has ended because that wasn't timed well at all. And full once again. Come on, I just have to keep running. There should be at least 3, maybe even 4. If it just runs away enough. Yes, it does. And there we go. Solid defense off the back foot this time. And that will be the end of day 2. We are firmly on top. What are your predictions for day 3? I think we should win this if we don't collapse or anything like that. If you want to see some more test action, click the video on screen to see the World Test Championship from last year recreated, where India tried to chase 444 but ended up failing. Will we fail too? Click the video on screen to find out. For now, like, comment and subscribe for more Cricket 24 videos and updates. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.